12 seconds. Almost 12 seconds, John Kreyer Jr. That's how long it takes you to actually start your approach once you get up there? I mean, I've crossed with you a couple times, never really noticed. Well, then I guess you won't mind waiting 12 seconds for the rest of this video.
Mr. Steve Bone, I have no idea. Are you in New York this weekend, or what are you doing this weekend, Mr. Bone?
Are we watching this? Did you hear it? He was walking around without pants on, and he got proposed by a prostitute.
Oh, Steve, that's not good. We're not live yet, are we?
I told Mike the answer to that question is always no.
All right, I love it. This is great. We're starting off on a good note already.
Uh-oh.
Steve Bone, you better be texting us back pretty quick and finding out if we're right or wrong on this.
It's not live. We can't.
I know that.
This one? Oh, here, go over this one.
Oh, wire? So Nick can talk now?
Oh, I mean, I can. I don't have to. You can.
Go ahead.
You can talk it.
Mike's going to talk to me.
Can you hear me pretty good? You're good? Okay, can you hear me?
I got the big mouth here, so.
Can you hear me now?
Can you hear me now?
So you should be asking us questions.
Sure.
About John.
Okay. What about John?
What about John?
He makes us a lot of money.
First, John makes us a lot of money, and I'll tell you what.
But it takes
That
a while.
sloth, that's not even as slow as it goes, hey. There's got to be something slower than a sloth, because I'm not kidding.
I had said last year in my Wisconsin State Hall of Fame speech, when I mentioned John, I said he's got, at the time he had, I think, only 98 300 games. And I said if they put a pitch clock on him like they do in Major League Baseball, he'd have like 2. I mean, he takes forever. He just does. And I don't know why. He's left-handed. He's got the whole left side. There's 10 pins. They're all in the same spot. They never move. I don't know what you're thinking about there. We should ask him that. When we get him back here, you ask him, what in the hell are you thinking of when you're standing there? Are you, I don't know, you're singing a song? Are you, I don't know.
You should see Mike. He starts counting them out like in basketball.
Yeah, I'm off to the side. John gets up just before me. I step off and I go like this, like a 10-second count. It takes about 11, 12 seconds.
So, at Nationals this year, we went down, set lineups up, and in team event, Bone goes, "You're going to go fourth." And I said, am I across from Kreyer? I said, he goes, "Yes, you are across from Kreyer." And I says, "Then I want to bowl fifth. I'm not going to bowl next to Kreyer because I cannot stand there and wait that long."
Oh, plus, it's not only you got to wait for them. After every throw, there's a reaction.
Yes.
It might be really good, it might really be bad, but it's going to be a reaction. And you're waiting for a or a bang or a whatever. Boom.
Yeah, that's if he doesn't stop.
How many times in games did he stop?
Yes.
Shippy.
Yes.
Shippy, so.
What I should have done when I met him in Eau Claire
That was me.
was just said, hey, just like a really good NFL football player, when you get into the end zone, take the football, hand it to the ref, and go back. I just went in there again. I'm going to be back there again. Not a big deal. But he's always. But in saying that, he does give us energy. When we used to bowl these team challenge events together, and we try to set him up for the 10th frame, he's always our anchor. If he's even close, there's going to be a reaction. And it just fires us up. It pisses off the other team, which is also a plus, but it just fires us up, and you need that energy. I mean, what good is this if you don't get joy in it, And that's what he is. He's like a little kid. He never grows up. It's cool.
Is that something that takes time to get used to, or does that fire you up?
We're still not used to it. We're still not used to it.
I am.
I would say it's both ways. You get used to it, but then there's times where he's doing his antics at the foul line, and when he starts, it's basically, okay, you don't know when he's going to stop now. So you blow minors and you go, well, I'll just wait. So there's about 3 lanes that are waiting because you don't know what that one lane's going to do.
But it can be both ways. It can be good reaction.
It could be a good reaction or bad reaction. You just don't know what's going to happen. So you just have to wait so that when you're done, so when you're not in your second step and it's boom.
My favorite is like when we're close in a team challenge event, and if he gets the first one, we automatically win it. And you think he takes a long time normally. This is a 15, 20 seconder. And if it's even close, he's running out, and usually he gets it. I mean, he's just that good. That's why he's here today. And we always sit back and go, oh boy, if this is even close, watch, this will be good. I don't even care about watching the strike. I want to see his reaction. It's good. But it fires us up, And he's, we get labeled sometimes as not the nicest people in the world because of our attitude. We have an FU attitude at a lot of times, but that's why we win a lot of stuff too, And he's the face of us. He really is. So, bad boy.
I can remember him shooting. He's trying to shoot a 300 in the last game of singles at the St. Paul City tournament at White Bear Bowl, and he's the slot. He is the last one done in the tournament, and he gets up there. He throws the first one really good, throws the second one, runs it out. So as a joke, he's getting up for the third one. Everybody on the team went out the door. And he throws, he let the third one go, and he's running it out, and he smashes it home, and he turns around, and there's nobody there. What happened? Where did he go? It was hilarious.
I'm trying to remember which USBC it was, and that's when they used to put up on the screen if you're slow bowling, which they did put up again. So,
Still do it.
a few years ago, they were Steve and John were on one lane next to us.
With the women.
Yeah, no. There was 2 other guys. There were 6 of us. I don't know if there
6 of us here because that's the year that we did really well.
Right. But there was 4 guys with him, and the other guys were just as slow as John and him. We were 1 game ahead of them by the end. They had the red ticket all day long on theirs. Yep. You're slow bowlers, would you please catch up? And we have never let that down since this. I will always remember that one.
Here, let me tell a story.
You gotta sit down like you're.
No, I don't want to be on TV.
Yeah, you do.
Okay, so about 2 years ago, Johnny didn't have a doubles partner for the CBA doubles. So
No, don't bring this up.
I do.
Don't
no,
bring
no,
this
no,
up.
no, no,
You
no.
beat
This
us
has,
at you.
this has nothing.
Don't bring that up.
Has nothing to do with you.
Right away. He's got to rub this in there.
So, anyways, I text Mike. I said, I'm going to bowl with John Kreyer. What do you think I should do? He goes, all you got to do is strike in the 7th and the 9th, and you got a 6-bagger. So, at the end of the tournament, we bowled Schiffler. And Schiffler starts off with a solid 8. And then the next lane, what did you leave? 7-10.
I couldn't carry.
And Johnny says, hold my beer.
They won.
Hold my beer.
They won.
So that's the name of our team.
But I remember John when he was a kid, and he came to Eau Claire. We were bowling up at Ojibwa in Chippewa Falls, and subbed in the league, and a lot of people didn't care for him because he's so energetic. But what they didn't understand is him and the pins. It's got nothing to do with anybody else. But he wanted to be perfect, and if something didn't go right, I remember one time his last game didn't go well. So he got done with league, and he goes up to the desk, and he pays for a couple more games, and he's on alley 1. He couldn't figure out alley 1, and he sat there till he figured it out. He's going inside, outside, hard, soft, but he always had this drive, and he was never satisfied. Just sexual connotation. Sorry. But anyway, he was. I mean, the people who are really, really good in life, they're never satisfied and they keep going, and that's what he always had. And I remember when he went to the cities, I thought, this guy's going to do something. He's different. He's just wired differently than most people, and it's him and those pins, and that's all. I mean, he'll drill stuff out. He'll practice. It just drives him crazy. He's just driven. But that's how somebody gets that good. you know. But you could see it coming. And I remember when he first went to the cities, he made a couple cuts in the CBA. People were kind of, you know, he was a whiner, you know, as a kid. And then
He was the original EWK.
Yes. But then he started to win, and then he started to win some more. And I believe in the state tournament he shot a 279 triplicate.
Yes.
That's big time stuff. And he started to set records, and everybody shut the hell up. You know, and now they're like, you know, would you come on our team? You know, at first, you know, when you're an outsider and you go to the cities, it's hard to get on the team. It's so political. But then he started doing that, and all of a sudden people wanted to be buddies with him. But he went with the misfits, you know, and we always thought we'd lose him because he's so much better than us. I mean, we're pretty good, but he just is. And we thought he'd go on another team, but he never wanted to. So credit him for being, if you want to call it loyal, sharing the money he wins, you know, because we all share it 10 ways. It's a 10-man team. It's even split. So he's a pretty good guy for doing that.
Cleveland, why don't you move in a little bit?
Come on, Ron.
And tell us how it feels to accomplish your goal of basically just taking up seats and not saying anything about Johnson.
Well, I just got to say, the first time I bowled at John, I bowled in league with him on Thursdays at the USBC league. And one year him and I crossed together for when we bowled the St. Paul Masters. That's when they had the Masters and the Seniors on the same day. And so him and I crossed together, and he was doing this stuff that he normally does when he gets a strike, you know, and he, you know, just nice and loud and everything else. And we got done bowling the tournament, and he was the #1 seed in the regular division. I was the #1 seed in the Masters division. But anyhow, he looked at me and he goes, you've seen the good side of me. Now you've seen the bad side of me. I'm still waiting to see the good side of him, but no, just bowling at John and just watching him bowl, it's just been an outstanding. I've been with the team for 3 years. I mean, I couldn't ask for a nicer bunch of guys to bowl with, and John is part of those guys. So.
New kid.
He's a new kid.
I am the new guy, I guess.
Coming for you, Dad.
No, I first started bowling with John in league on Thursday night at Blainbrook, and he can bowl. I mean, he averaged pretty much 240 every week, and then he won the strike pot the first year. The next year he won it again, and then the last 2 weeks he had a chance for it again, and he blew it. But I mean, it is what it is. I mean, I've never seen someone bowl so good for 2 games and then throw it away in the 10th. That's all I gotta say.
Hey, he did do it in the dark, though.
Attaboy.
The last one.
That is true. That was
kind of
Oh boy.
Come on, Ole.
I don't have anything else.
Bubba, you got something? Go, Bubba.
Just going back to what Mike said about John's attitude is he has nothing against anybody. It is literally like he says, it's from when he's on the approach and he sees those pins, that's what he's focused on. How can I knock those pins down every single time? Because when you get him off the lanes and he's not worried about bowling, not doing anything, he literally is the guy you ask, hey, can you help me move? Yes, I'll help you move. Hey, can you help me fix this? Yes, I'll do this. Hey, you want to go you want to go fishing? I'll go fishing. I mean, you could see Jekyll and Hyde literally from on the alleys to off the alleys. And people see him so much just on the alleys, they think that that's the way he is, and he really isn't.
He's not mad at anybody.
And his focus is those pins. And people think, oh, he doesn't like us, or they don't care for him, or whatever. And they don't understand. It's he and those pins. He doesn't care about anything else but that.
Because when he's on the lanes, it literally is straight ahead. He doesn't care what's happening over here. He doesn't have, well, sometimes he does. But you know, in that third step when he stops, you know, well, so-and-so 12 lanes down stopped.
But he'll stop. But when you make him angry, usually when he pulls, even better. And that's the thing, is when he starts to pull bad and he's getting pissed at himself, that's when he starts to get more focused, and it's scary.
Yeah, but you take anybody who's really good. You want to see the best out of them, piss them off. And John's a good example of that. When he
You
gets
never
good,
get
he's
mad,
good.
though.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
We need to try to get you mad.
I try. I really do try.
Where's your phone?
Well, I did find metal over there.
Go away.
Yeah, how about you, Watermelon? What do you think?
Wow, watermelon. Look at that. No, I'm actually pseudo with the team, I guess. I got roped in 5 years ago or so. I met John at the Masters one year. John and Steve. He started bowling Peterson with the group that I go with. But one thing with John, we bowled Bolingbrook one year. This is the one I remember where I thought he was nuts. We're bowling, he's 6 games in, tears his thumb right here. Bowling ball is just destroyed. Oh no, I'm gonna finish. You're nuts. It's not worth it. Finished, and is there, like they were talking about how hard he throws it, and they're talking about Steve. Yeah, it's insane to watch him. I can't even imagine throwing a ball that hard, let alone doing it multiple times in a day, like these guys do. It's nuts. So
Can he feather it at all?
I've never seen it, but I do not see it as much as these guys would.
17, 18 board, out to like 6 board.
It's one of the few lefties that can go 25 boards
He can
right.
shape it, yeah.
But he does not like outside of 5.
Yeah, Steve Bone is more of a thrower.
I would say he's the one lefty that doesn't like to go left.
Yeah,
Johnny.
He prefers me moving in and just.
yeah. Johnny can try.
He,
He can
wants
shape
that,
it.
He wants that
Yeah.
shape. Yeah.
Yeah.
He might throw the ball hard, but he has such good roll on the ball that it doesn't bother him throwing the ball hard.
No.
Because he's got so much roll on the ball.
Yeah.
One real quick. So well, I guess I have this one. Doesn't matter. Either one. But so one of my favorite things is we bowl a lot of like just random doubles things together. We don't end up typically being doubles partners because they're on the team because keep a lefty together. If they go off, they're going to do awesome. So we go and bowl a lot of doubles things for fun outside. Do bowls, stuff like that. And the one that sticks out to me is one tournament. Oh, a little bit. So what? Shush your mouth. But we're bowling the. No, it was the doubles. It was one of the you bowl or you bowl your own doubles first, and then you bowl Baker doubles. Well, at the end of the tournament, we figure out, we split our monies. At the end, we made, I think it was like $1,000. I think Johnny made 994 of it, and I won 6. So, that's
So you can pay for tips.
right. So that's it's. I just remember that it's really funny because. He comes back and because he collected the money and he goes, well, here's what you got, and he shows me the $6. I go, dang it, God, we did bad then, didn't we? And he goes, well, I got 909. I'm like, oh, so we didn't do so bad. That's all right. It's cool, awesome. But it does in turn. Everything comes around and stuff. Yeah, everything comes around. Like same thing happened kind of at USBCs. We split it together at teams and brackets, and I did well. He did not do so well, and it made up for it. And it's just. He's that type of guy, he's always willing to split with everybody, and he's always willing, he got refunds, but he's always willing to split, and it's never about making the money. It's about the camaraderie of the team. It's about, all inclusiveness and being, one as a team, essentially, even though we're all wanting to kick ass out there.
That's when I introduced him as our sugar daddy for the Melrose team, because he's our breadwinner. He's always number one, just is. And I always thought he'd leave and go somewhere else because he can bowl with anybody he wants, but he sticks around us for whatever reason. I don't know.
Should we invite him?
Give me like the one thing. I mean, you can tell he's getting ready to come over here.
He wants to.
Give me like one thing that you'd say without him around. One thing.
was saying.
It would have to do with the color blue.
No.
Yes.
Wait. Stop. Not yet. He's got the slot. He's got to slow down.
Our team color is blue, and I'll leave it at that.
I think that's.
No, we can't.
No.
No, we can't.
We just like that color.
Yeah, we like the color.
All right, so there's one unanswered question. The good thing is you don't have to wait 12 seconds or really any longer to see more content from the Minnesota USBC Hall of Fame ceremony. That's in the playlist right here. Also, feel free to subscribe to the channel. It's the best way to see more of my content and help support the channel at the same time.